What is going on, collective? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Adam Raw. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Just 1 second. Let's turn that off for a second here so you can hear me. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's been a minute, right? Been a minute since we got to see each other face to face. It's been a while. Had a few things going on, and it was a lot of spiritual warfare, spiritual attacks, and spiritual energies and shit like that going on. But for the most part, there's a break in the energy, right? Okay. So, I did get quite a few downloads in my absence, and I apologize for not getting back to you guys like I normally do. But there was quite a few downloads, man. And at first, I was just debating on if I should even do it. But after that last message, there was another download that came through. And the last message, I think it was talking about Nivea or something like that. And that had to do with, who was that, Jonah and the whale. Remember how he got swallowed up? Basically, the second download was like, you still got to get messages out, because if you don't, basically, right? So I'm like, okay, and it was weird because I know that it's been a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? And truth be told, there was this situation where it's like a name kept coming up. I don't know why this name kept coming up. I really don't know. But I can say that it kept coming up too much for a coincidence, right? So I don't know, before anybody say, hey, whatever, I'm just going to say, yo, look, this is the message that I got, right? So I'm riding down the street, and of course, the first thing I see is a name, right? That name is Robert. And then I'm riding down the street, and I'm just like, whatever. So for the last month or so, the name Robert just kept coming up. Robert, Robertson, Robert. So this is going to be a message towards Robert, because apparently, Robert, whoever you are, you need a message, right? All right, so I guess the message for Robert would be, I was also blameless before him, and I kept myself from my iniquity. Therefore, the Lord had recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. So I'm not sure if Robert is going around saying that he's innocent, something about some kind of innocence or something like that. Or the vibe that I'm getting has to do something with finding blame with somebody else. It just, like, with the whole spiritual warfare thing that's been going on out here, it just give me the vibe basically like you claim, basically this is somebody who claimed that they didn't have anything to do with some kind of spiritual warfare or something that was going on, that they were innocent in some way, shape, or form. Don't even have to be spiritual warfare. It could be anything. They claim that they were innocent, and whoever this person is, they're praying to God about, their innocence and stuff. And God is basically telling him, well, when you pass judgment on someone who was innocent and they begged you to, for whatever you asking for now, your heart was too cold to, do what you're asking me to do for you. You see what I'm saying? So basically, whoever this person is, it said, like I said, I was also blameless before him. And this comes from Psalms 18, chapter 18, verse 23 and 24. It said, I was also blameless before him, and I kept myself from iniquity. So basically, it's basically saying, like, I also had, didn't do anything, and I didn't do something. It has something to do about being innocent, but also keep your hands clean of sins too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what God is telling them. Like, I also had my hand, I also had my hands clean. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't commit any sin or anything like that, right? And it said, therefore the Lord has recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. So basically, you know, Robert, whoever you are, God is judging you according to the cleanness of your own hands. You know what I'm saying? And basically, that's what he's telling you. He's judging you based off of how clean your hands really are. Because in reality, you know, at this point, I don't know what you cried, what you prayed for or whatever. And I don't know why I say cried for. But it has something to do about some kind of innocence or proclaiming your innocence, or pretty much maybe God did something. I don't know. Because there's been a lot of people out here who's been getting a lot of karma, good and bad, right? But just know, like, just as you know, pass judgment on other people who are innocent, as you are proclaiming to God that you're innocent and that your hands are clean or whatever, he's passing that same judgment onto you. So basically, it has nothing to do if you're in the right or the wrong with him at this time. He's judging you based off of how you treated other people. And you changing how you treated other people isn't going to change it now, because that's going to be karma that's going to come later in their life. That's going to be later. Right now, you're being judged for the shit that you did in the past up to this point. I'm not sure what triggered that, but, and you know, from the sound of it, this motherfucker don't, whoever you are, Robert, I know you know, adamant and you don't believe what I said, but you got another verse from Zephaniah. First chapter, 8th and 7th and 7th and 8th verse. I'm gonna do 7th and 8th. It says, be silent in the presence of the Lord God, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord has prepared a sacrifice. He has invited his guests. And it shall be in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with foreign apparel. So basically what he's telling Robert is that you're not the only one that's finna go through this judgment. You're not the only one finna get this ass whooping. If you thought that you were the only one that's finna get this ass whooping, you're not. Don't worry, you're not gonna go through it alone. Your children are going through it too. Your children are gonna go through it, and any foreigner that you've been in contact with will also be serving this karma too. Every foreigner, whether it's family, friends, whatever it may be. You cried out to the Lord. In just a second there, I just heard that blasphemy that you spoke. I heard it. And don't worry, there's more to it, but I'm not going to get into that shit, because that's not what this is about. So, now that message is done, let's get to the real messages here. I did want to start doing my elemental messages soon. So these cards, I mean, they're cool and everything, like I said, but at some point I'm phasing them out. I'm gonna do my best to try to phase them out. I still might go to them for clarity and stuff like that, but as a go-to in the initial beginning, I don't think that at this point there's something about these cards that I just don't think will be you know, good for full-blown readings. It has nothing to do with spell work or anything like that. It's just that energy is shifting and changing. These cards aren't going to be, basically, these tarot cards that I have, and I do have quite a few of them, but these ones aren't suited for the next shift in the energy. They're not suited for it, at least not with my energy. You know what I'm saying? Not with what I got going on, or my energy, or whatever, right? All right. So, as usual, I'm going to pull a few cards to see what's going on out here, because there was quite a few things that was going on. It was a lot of, I did a smoke message for myself the other day, and, wow, that's crazy, because now that I think about it, I did see a foreigner in there. And what I saw, he was a fair-skinned man. He was a light-skinned man. He had a mustache. He had like a light beard. Looked like he was like Arabic or something like that. And I saw the front door of his house. All around his front gate was all brick, but the door was like, it reminded me of the gate of Ishtar, where it had like the lapis lazuli and the purples and the golds and stuff like that. It may not have those precious like colors, like it, like actual gold. It may not have been actual gold, but what I did see that it was it's a huge door. It's got to be like 11-12 foot door. It remind me of like the Middle East, so being over like at the Middle East, somewhere up in that area. You know what I'm saying? Where they have like these big front doors and stuff to enter into certain courtyards and stuff like that. I did see that clear as day. I saw that clear as day. There was a lot of witches, you know, gypsies and stuff like that roaming about and all that other shit. So yeah. So anyway, let's see what is going on, and let's see what kind of message we can get going here. Like I said, I don't do personal readings. I'm still practicing with my cards and stuff like that. I'm just basically I'm on here for educational purposes only. It has nothing to do with you know, all that other stuff. So all right, so I'm gonna pull a couple cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I got 5 cards here, right? These are 5 different topics, and we're gonna find out what's going on in the energy, and then we're gonna draw cards off that. So the first card here is it's Spike in what's his name? Vicious. Spike and Vicious in reverse. Basically, when I pulled with this card right here, the vibe that I got when I initiated with this card was that this has to do with like a stalemate, an imbalance here, because you have the kingdom of light fighting with the kingdom of darkness, and this all has something to do with like the past. So there could be a past enemy that is watching you. This has to do with a past enemy. This past enemy, there's 2 separate energies here. What the sword represents, well, I'll let you see. One of them is holding the sword. The one holding the sword is Vicious, okay? And then the other one with the gun is Spike. He has the pistol. Now, that gives me 2 different concepts of fighting, but they're both equally balanced. One person excels at like mind games and using spirit to cut through things, right? The other excels at fire, the spirit, the willpower to cut through things and to power through, right? Neither one of their spell works, or I mean, not spell works, I don't know why I said that, but neither one of their works is succeeds over the other. It's how it's being used. At a distance, the man with the pistol has the advantage. Up close and personal, the man with the sword can cause the most damage. Whether you know about ballistics or not, when the firearm pierces into your arm or wherever with a gunshot wound, if it's not a fatal area, because yeah, you do have fatal areas now, that sword is more deadly than that bullet round. Okay. I know, like close range, everybody's gonna say, oh no. But figuratively speaking, I put it like this: in World War II, there was this one in particular war one in particular battlefront where the soldiers were in bunkers and they ran out of ammo. So what they had to do is they had put on their bayonets and they had to charge, right? These people, like, the one thing that they said about that war was that the enemy they was not afraid to get shot. They wasn't afraid of the bullets. But it was just something about being stabbed in that blade. And you know why? Because in order to be stabbed, that person has to be up close and personal on you. It infiltrates through your security systems. At a distance, you feel more secure from someone. If they have a firearm, chances are you can run, whatever it may be. Now, this has to do with somebody who's trying to get up close and personal with you to cause as much damage as they could possibly do. You see what I'm saying? This is going to be something from the past. This is the past energy. I'm not telling you what to do, but I do have a recommendation for those who do have the past resurfacing. In the 48 laws of power, there was one in particular law where this man was on his deathbed and they asked him if he had any regrets. or if he was worried about his enemies or anything like that. And he said, I have no regrets. I have nothing to worry about in my death because I killed all my enemies. This is somebody who doesn't understand that concept. Somehow they were able to get, acquire some kind of, I don't know if it's like a mental work or whatever, finally got their mind right, you know what I'm saying, to come and do some BS, come from the shadows to try to sneak you. But from what I'm seeing here, they may think they have the advantage, but you'll be prepared. This is the turning of the tables, turning of the tides. Because in this era, and originally, it will be, like this, where they're balanced. This right here it's more like that person, the person who's coming back from the past feel like they have an advantage over you, which would be like the element of surprise. But now I'm giving you the message to prepare yourself, right? I'll go deeper into that in a minute. And then we got this inappropriate shit here, right? It says, found out grandpa is addicted to Viagra. No one is taking it harder than grandma. I don't know why I came back in reverse. So, yeah, basically with this in the upright, this give me the vibe of somebody out here who's, I guess, trying to escape their problems through sex. I'm seeing a lot of sex. You might even be addicted to sex or addicted to using sex pills, gas station dick pills, shit like that. Somebody out here is addicted to, I don't want to say, well, I guess I might as well just say Viagra. Somebody is out here who's using or abusing sex pills, right? Next, you got non-aggressive area here, right? This basically give me the vibe of somebody who is like, let's see. What is this? Okay, you can only activate this card during standby phase. Discard one card from your hand. Your opponent cannot. Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, with non-aggression area, basically, this give me the vibe of like, you know how you set your boundaries? This is somebody who will play along with your boundaries. And when you really enforce your boundaries, they're the first person to run and say that you're mean, you're this, you're that. They'll gaslight you. They'll talk shit about you because they really need you to let your guard down so that they could come in and do some bullshit. But when you know what I'm saying, when you call them out on their shit, or call them the piece of shit that they are, then they want to take offense to it because, they're like, oh, we were just playing, or this and that. You don't have to be so mean. Look at you. Why you take things so personal? That kind of thing, right? Nah, bruh. You ain't taking shit personal. This motherfucker's trying to get close to you to do some more damage, do as much damage as possible, like with that card I just talked about, a non-aggression area, right? Whoever this person is, they think they smarter than you and they think they slick. Matter of fact, they probably think they smarter than everybody in the fucking room. You know what I'm saying? You know how you get people like that, where they think they're the smartest motherfucker in the room? Yeah, that's what you're dealing with. But either way, there's non-aggression area. This person's probably trying to find out what boundaries are there, right? By this being a trap card, this give me the vibe of, yeah, definitely trap. It's a danger. It's a trap there. Next, we got, I know you can't see this that well, but this is Jigen catching a, no, it's not Jigen. What is his name? I'm just gonna say Jigen, whatever. He's catching a fish in the river, right? So basically, when he was catching a fish in a river, because this has to do with Samurai Champloo, when he was catching a fish in a river, he kept reaching down into the water to try to like get the fish, and he didn't have good luck, right? He was already a terrible fisherman, right? And he was very patient, though, It's just that when it comes to catching a fish, he could never grasp on the concept of how to catch a fish. So Miyamoto Musashi gave him advice one day, right? And this is the advice I'm going to give you with this card. Take it and use it out. It's, apply it where it needs to be. In life, we pursue certain things of sustenance for our own sakes, right? If you are too aggressive in reaching for something, or too aggressive in pursuing something that you want, there's a chance at the last minute it'll dart away from you. But if instead you align yourself with the flow of life, or align yourself with the flow in which it is aligned with, then you could come up from behind and scoop it up with ease, and you have what you want. In this picture, this depicts him guiding his hands along the current of the water to grab the fish along with the current of the water and lift it up out of the water. Okay? The reason why he had to do that is because the fish had senses all around it. And this is representative of Piscean energy, right? That psychic realm, the subconscious realm, right? When you feel somebody's intentions on you, we have a tendency to avoid, right? Now, because their intentions disrupt the flow in which we are in. In life, everything is a flow. There's a flow for everything. There's no such thing as, anything not being connected. Everything has a flow. No matter what it is you pursue in your life, everything has a flow. I'll explain that in a second. Now, in order to catch this thing that you want, you have to align yourself with that flow that it's aligned with. And then you scoop it up out of the river. It's basic martial arts. It's basic dancing. It's basic art. It's basic boxing. It's basic everything we've learned. Arithmetic, everything from arithmetic and on. It's a basic concept that escape our senses because we are so caught up on certain things. You see what I'm saying? So, what I'm trying to say, in your life, you may be pursuing something, a business, you're pursuing something, right? You have a goal. You have something there that you want, right? If you apply your energy towards being as direct as possible to grab whatever this is, there's a chance it's going to disrupt that energy and cause it to disperse. And then you'll be forced to wait for a better time to get what you need or what you wanted, right? Now, this ties into the other cards that I said that I have set up here from the fight scene here, from the non-aggressive area. This all blends together. Be aware of your surroundings. There's somebody who's trying to align their energy up with yours so that they can overtake you without you realizing it. When you in life, when you align yourself with a flow or wisdom, this is what I call them, because the way I understand the universe is through wisdoms. There's many wisdoms out here. When I say many wisdoms, there's a wisdom for, let's say, I don't know, just pick the stupidest thing in the world. Like if you're going to be a toy maker, there's a wisdom to that. There's wisdom in it and there's a wisdom to it, right? If you're going to be a glass maker, there's wisdoms in it and there's wisdoms to it, right? The wisdoms in it is in a book, but the wisdom to it is given to you when you align yourself with the flow by perfecting your craft. You are no longer a glass maker. You become the glass maker. And it's kind of cheesy, but you become the glass too. You see what I'm saying? But it's cheesy, but whatever. Anyway, you align yourself with the flows of things. Now, be careful about what flows you are aligning yourself with in life, because that matters. If you are in alliance with a flow that is leading off of a cliff, you don't want that flow, right? If you know that the flow is leading you towards something that doesn't serve you, that is a detriment to your growth, that's a detriment to your life, detriment to other people's lives, all that other stuff, no, you don't want to align yourself with that flow. Don't align yourself with that flow. unless you have to. You see what I'm saying? There's a time for every flow. Every flow has a time. I'm not saying you're going to be sweet out here. I am saying pick and choose what flow you align yourself with, right? And that's the same with this car here. Pick and choose what flow you align yourself with. You cannot chase every fish in the sea, or you could, but how many will you end up with at the end of the day? You will have many failures. You see what I'm saying? You will fail many times. There's wisdom in failure, but you don't want to make failure your wisdom. When you make failure your wisdom, you're not going to succeed. You're out here learning how to fail at something, basically. You are excelling at failing. You have succeeded at something, true. You have succeeded at failing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. This has to do with the flows that you align yourself up with, though. So those of you who are starting businesses, running businesses, new relationships, new homes, new places, new ventures, whatever it may be, you have to align yourself with the flow. If you try to take the shortcut and go for something, it's not going to work. It ain't going to work. Because that aggressiveness, that desire is going to make it just escape you. Now, when you align yourself with it, you are a part of the flow. And when you're a part of that flow, like I said, it won't be able to distinguish your desire from its own. And you're able to scoop that fish up and partake. That fish represents your blessing. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of energies out here that want to fight you and stuff like that. But this is the reason why. Because you're in the flow of something. You're flowing with something. And something is trying to align its flow with you, but not for the same reasons. You see what I'm saying? When you are naturally attuned. So basically what I'm saying, if you are in the presence of dark, low vibrational energies, align yourself with the light. Because when you align yourself with the light, you force those low vibrational energies to come to the light. And when they come to the light, they be exposed. All the demons that they run from comes out. And I'm not talking about exposed like put them out there and talk about their business. No, I'm talking about everything that they have ever feared in their life that they could not face directly will be exposed to them. And when it's exposed to them, it's going to be so vibrant that they'll be looking for some kind of scapegoat to avoid their lives. Last but not least, we have the circle game. Like I said, somebody is definitely out here trying to play the circle game for it with you. And basically, the circle game is a distractive game, right? So basically, it's a game of trickery and deception. The way that the circle game works, for those who don't know, you make a circle like this and you put it below your waist, right? I think mostly like boys play this, right? And basically, you have to trick the other person to look at the circle while it's below your waist. If they look, you get to punch them. But if they don't look, you don't get to punch them, all right? So basically, us as kids and stuff, we grew up. We learned it from Malcolm in the Middle. But growing up, this is what happened is like, we would play the circle game. And did we play the circle game? I think we did. Yeah, we played it. We played it a few times. We didn't play it too much because, we ain't like getting hit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we already fought each other anyway. When you got boys, they fight. Be tough, But with that circle game, that's in order for that person to get what they want, they have to distract you first. And that's exactly the energy that's going on out here. Somebody wants to attack you. They want to demonize you, attack you, whatever it may be. But before they can do that, they need you to fall for some kind of deception. They're going to say, hey, turn your attention away from what you're focusing on to look at me for a second. And it happens sometimes. We can say, what? The next thing you know, that's when that spell work or that curse or that, I want to say, evil eye comes in, you know, or slander or calumny or defamation of character. You know what I'm saying? That's when that comes in. So, yeah, just be careful with distractions and stuff like that. Somebody's trying to disrupt your flow is also the energy that I got here. So let's see what the ancestors have about each one of these cards right quick. I'm not going to pull all, you know, full thing, just maybe like a couple cards, see what's up. All right, so about the light and the dark fight, we have the Magician card in reverse. We have the Moon card in reverse. And we have the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Basically, the person who was hiding in the shadows, it's like, it's a lot of dark secrets that's coming out about them. They know where you're heading. You're heading towards this Ten of Pentacles. So in the past, they would send a spell work towards you. Currently, either they're exposing you or they're being exposed, okay? If they're exposing you, if you did your healing work, it's not going to affect you. The only thing in this that's going to affect you is what you did not do the healing work for. And that's it. Because basically this is going to be like defamation of character, going back and forth, telling people different stuff about you, whatever it may be, right? There's some black magic that happened in the past that's coming up too. This person did something, some kind of immoral act or work. It was something that this person did that was immoral. And they did this for money. Looked like a lot of money too. They could even have did this or did some kind of black magic over with this Ten of Pentacles here. Remember I told you for me it represents wisdoms and stuff like that. This also represents the Tree of Life if you look at the placements. If you look at the placements, it has same thing connection to the Kabbalah, right? So what I'm seeing here is that there was some kind of spell work or something that they did using maybe Kabbalah or some kind of witchcraft or whatever it may be. But it didn't work. It was a backfire. And it was a direct attack on your energy centers, your Tree of Life energy centers, right? Yeah. That's coming out. No, that's getting ready to come out though. It's coming out. It's being revealed now, or it has been revealed. Either way, this person is getting exposed for what they did to you. And they did it because of where you were going with this Tree of Life. You didn't use magic. You didn't have any secrets. And you were heading towards your Ten of Pentacles, right? This person was probably more than likely was jealous, envious, you know, or trying to figure out how you did it or whatever it may be. And they decided to throw blockages in your way in the past to try to stop you. And they even did spell work over your Tree of Life to try to hinder you, you know. Yeah, you got the Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords out here in reverse. You got the Knight of Pentacles out here, and you got the Tower card in reverse here. So as a result of that, that's how essentially that spell work that they did with the whatever spell work that they did in the past, it's been broken. You're free to go. You're free of that energy. And now you're going to steadily progress forward. And there was something about with the Tower out here. It was some kind of avoidant energy here. It has something to do about avoidance. Like, I'm not sure if they're trying to, whoever this is, was trying to get you to avoid your own success. But they know since you're free, or that whatever ritual or whatever it may be that backfired, it had the opposite effect, where it was like you're avoiding towers. There was towers in your path, you know, obstacles and stuff like that was sent your way or whatever it may be. And with this Knight Knight of Pentacles energy. This has to do with successes and things that were slowly coming in for you. You're now being able to reap what you sow from that because of what broke, and it has something to do with something in the past. So basically, this person is getting exposed, and as this person is being exposed for the negative spell work that they had done or that they are doing, the spell work that they had did is breaking. Whether it was directly, if they get exposed directly for the spell work, or get exposed for doing some kind of spell work, right? That's what's breaking their spells, being exposed, whether they know it or not. You know, whoever this person is, whether they know it or not, with the Magician in reverse. Next, we got found out grandpa is addicted to Viagra. No one is taking it harder than grandma. Okay, so this gives me the vibe of maybe some kind of sexual abuse. Could be like a masculine who's, you know, a masculine energy, whether you male or female, that is overdoing it with sex. They could be overcompensating for something or whatever it may be, but we're about to find out what this is about. You got the Devil card in reverse here. You got the Page of Wands out here, and you got the Three of Pentacles out here. Whoever this person is kind of like I want to say that they're like cheating with somebody younger. It's like somebody's trying to get out of some kind of commitment or something like that. It's like they're trying to distract themselves from some kind of demonic or devil energy here. This has to do with something that's like binding. But it's not spellwork binding. It has to do with like the vibe I'm getting. It has to do with like a marriage or something like that. You know what I'm saying? With the Three of Pentacles out here. This give me the vibe of somebody who is like, who I get. Maybe this is somebody who's with like a younger lover or something like that. Or they might want someone younger or something like that because the partner that they're with can't keep up sexually. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. One of them can't keep up with the other sexually. And to compensate, I'm not sure if this person is taking pills to kind of compensate for that. Or they're afraid that they're going to like lose their husband or wife to somebody younger if they don't do this thing. But whatever this is, it's breaking their contract. It's making this person want to leave the commitment because of how hard they have to try in order to, you know, get the wang dang doodle up. Or to fuel their addiction. This could be somebody who's addicted to sex. You know what I'm saying? And they're in a relationship or a marriage, and that person just can't keep up anymore. You know what I'm saying? And not just that, you know, with this Page of Wands out here, this person might even like younger people, you know. Might even try to introduce someone younger to their, you know, marriage in order to spice it up, is what I'm seeing here. Because they know if they don't, this commitment will be over, right? Boy, okay, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, this definitely give me like the energy of like somebody like losing interest sexually with somebody. Okay, next we got the non-aggressive area. Let's see what this is about. We got the Seven of Wands in reverse here. We got the Queen of Cups. And we got the Devil card in reverse again. So with this non-aggressive area here, this give me the vibe of somebody who wants you. Like I said, somebody's trying to get you to let your guard down for some reason. This is a Queen of Cups. This could be like a water sign, possibly. Cancer, Capricorn energy, karmic Capricorn, something like that. But the vibe that I'm getting here is that somebody's trying to fill out your boundaries. They're trying to tap into their intuitive nature to try to fill out what's off limits or whatever, so that they could try to come in and try to sweet talk you or whatever it may be. This person may even try to come in to try to offer you some kind of love offer or whatever, but they need you to put your weapon down. They want you to lay down your guard. You know what I'm saying? But we already know what this non-aggressive area is. Basically, this is somebody who who is trying to get you to call, like, to put your, like I say, put your weapon down. With the Devil card in reverse here, this gives me the vibe of somebody who, like I said, like maybe they're walking away from something. that's really toxic. Maybe this leads in from the other card. Maybe this is a woman leaving a man because, this give me the vibe like a woman leaving a man, and they may be heading towards you or want to come towards you with this cup offer, but they know that you're defensive. Somebody's planning to come towards you after they leave somebody. We got the three of swords in reverse here. We got the 6 of pentacles in reverse. And we got the 9 of, is that the 9? Yeah, the 9 of swords in reverse. Whoever this person is that's coming towards you, they really need to come towards you because they don't have a lot of money. I'm just going to be upfront. They don't have a lot of money. They're probably even borrowing money, but they're coming to you for healing. They need you to heal them for some kind of reason. This give me the vibe. I was just talking about this earlier today, where it was like I was breaking down, like, I'll put it like this. I was researching something, right? And it had to do with like dating, like, African women. And I'm not saying all of you follow or all traditions follow this, so forgive my ignorance. But basically what I was reading was that it was saying that there was instances where women who, upon divorce, will pay a man to have sex with her to break the soul tie between her and whatever man that she just left. Even if that man died, like say if it was a husband or a boyfriend or whatever, there was a belief that that person had to go have sex with somebody in order to break that soul tie off of them with that other person. And some of these women paid for it. There's young women who, there was, I believe, like parents and stuff like that who will pay for escorts or pay for certain men to come and have sex with their daughters or certain women to break ties off of them. And like there was like older women who would take younger men and teach them how to have sex and stuff like that at a young age, But the vibe that this definitely the vibe that I'm getting here is that somebody is definitely trying to heal themselves from something here. And they think that you, or they feel that you would be able to heal them from whatever is going on. It's like your energy or whoever you are, they know that they wouldn't have to worry so much about all the things that they're currently in worry and doubt about. And maybe that's why this person is taking all these Viagra pills or whatever it may be. It's to I guess this person believed that if they, give this person the best sex of their life, they'll never leave, So that's kind of like a spell. That's kind of like spell work, because you are reestablishing soul ties with that person. You're reestablishing a connection with that person over and over and over again. That's why when you're breaking up with somebody, it's best if you don't have sex with them, because if you have sex with them, that remerges your energies back together. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm seeing here is like this person, they don't have a whole lot of money. They don't have much at all. And they just are healing themselves and they want peace of mind is what I'm seeing here. And they feel like peace of mind would be with you. And that's why they're coming to offer you this cup. But they're afraid. They don't want you to be overly defensive. And, this is the reason why I also had to take a step back, because sometimes it seems like my readings all sound like somebody else's, but maybe it's because that's what's in the back of my mind already. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my mind is just making it like that, So that's why I said, I'm going to have to experiment with a new form of divination or several different ones to find out what vibe with me, right? So you have this, remember I told you about that flow? Let's find out what that was about. You have this King of Wands energy out here. You got the Lovers in reverse here. And you got the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups out here. Whatever this, remember I told you about aligning yourself with the flow of things? This is going to require some bold action. You're going to have to walk away from something you're very familiar with. And with that being said, the sky is the limit, okay? First of all, that's what I want you to know. The sky is the limit on what you decide to go for, right? Now, whatever this is that you're aligning yourself in the flow with, you got to be bold. It requires bold action. It's not for the faint of heart, okay? You got to be bold. You got to be bold. If you don't, if that boldness ain't with you, don't do it, because it ain't no half stepping. When it comes to being in the flow of something, it's an essence thing. It's not a doing. It's not a being. It's an essence thing. Well, I would have to say it is a being. It's not a doing, it's a being, right? Whereas the artist, before you could call yourself an artist, like a drawing artist or whatever, you do what they do, right? When you can craft in unorthodox ways and make whatever it may be into what you want it to be, then you become the flow of the art. You have to become it, right? It's all about becoming. Everything is becoming. That's why I said whatever this is, you have to be bold. You're going to have to separate yourself from things that does not serve you. And when I say that, I know it's like, oh, I'm letting it. No, it's more like there's things that you have obligations to that you're going to have to walk away from. Okay? I'm not saying walk away from your kids, right? I am saying, like, you might have to walk away from partying at the club. You might have to walk away from going to the strip club, from gambling. You're going to have to walk away. This requires a sacrifice with this 7 of Cups out here. There's a sacrifice that needs to be made, but you have to pick and choose what are you going to sacrifice for it. And not only that, you have to know sky is the limit with this, whatever it is, right? Sky is the limit. There is no limitations to where you're going with that energy. Just align yourself with the flow, be bold, and, also keep the right kind of mind frame. A part of being in the flow has to do with your mind, body, and heart. Your mind, body, and heart all in one accord. That is flow. That's why when you do meditation, like chakras and stuff like that, once you cleansed and aligned your crown, brow, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root, once all of those are bright and running and all of that other stuff, and you're aligned, alignment is just another word for flow. You're connected with the flow of the universe. That's how you reestablish. That's how you connect yourself with the flows. Like I say, you connect yourself with the flow of the universe and the flow of the earth. The universe has its flow, the earth has its flow, and then you have yours. In your sphere, you pick and choose which flow you want to align yourself with. You can align yourself with both or neither. That's completely onto you. Me, myself, I like to observe the flows. I like the flows, but I'm at the point where, because at first I used to tap it, but it's just something so medicinal about observing the flow around. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm guilty of thinking that I have to change something. I have to and do my will on something or make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's everybody. I think we all got that quality or trait. Like, we all want something or some kind of way the world to revolve around us, whether we speak it out or not. We want, and when I say the world speaking, rotating around us, I truly mean that our desires to come through. That's what we want. We want our desires to come through when we want it, right? So essentially, it is like an egocentric kind of thing. But what I had to do is I had to step back and learn about allowing things to be what they are. Because when you allow something to be what it is, you understand so much more than adding a definition to what it is. Like, when people see me, they might say, hey, that's a guy, a black male. You know what I'm saying? That limits me to black male. Now, every label, every definition to the label of being black is added to me. Every definition of being a male is added to me. And every definition of being a black male is added to me. And then in your eyes and your perception, that's what you see. Now, when you align yourself with the flow and you just observe, you hear the labels, you hear the definitions. But in somewhere deep down, you have to say, you know what? I'm going to allow you to show me who you are. Show me who and what you stand for. What is it? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? What do you stand for? And in that manner, you get to understand the character of things, people, places, and things. It doesn't limit itself to people, places, and things. You understand their character. You understand their virtues. By virtue, it's not by what they believe. It's based off of what they excel at, what their strength is. You know what I'm saying? The virtue of being a black male is what? I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be like, oh yeah, the virtue of black. You don't know. I don't know. So I have to observe to figure it out what it is. You know, I like the observation part. But like I say, you know, you attune yourself with that right flow, like the universal flow. Everything you do becomes divine. The Lord just works through you. When you align yourself with the earth, the spirit, whatever you believe in the earth, it just works through you, whether you know it or not. Last, we got the circle game. So with the circle game, we got the moon card out here. We got the high priestess out here. Wow. And you got the magician out here. Whoever this person is, they're trying to distract you from the fact that looks like, I want to say, whoever this person is, they're trying to distract you with, I guess, some kind of secretive energy. They're trying to act like there's something that's so secretive. I don't know who this idiot is, but they're pretending like they feel like something is like a top secret mission, basically, right? And it involves a lot of spell work. It involves a lot of intuition, magician work, and all that other stuff. What they want to distract you from is your ability, your authority. Right now, those of you who are in the light, those of you who are chosen, are being handed an authority over something. Whether it's an authority over your workplace, authority over a household, authority over situations that ran rampant. You have an authority. If you are a magician, you have authority over the things on your altar and what you're working with. You have these authorities, right? Subconsciously, you've been working with them. Following your intuition, intuitively you've been working with them. It's a lot of intuitive energy out here. And the magician, whoever this is, it just give me the vibe like they just don't want you to follow your intuition to build things and just tap into your own magic. Your own magic doesn't have to always be like a wand or a pinnacle. Your true magic is what you feel you can do better than anyone else out here, or something that you can do. I put it like this: if you want to know your magic, what is something that you could see yourself doing for all eternity? That's the question. What can you see yourself doing for all eternity and never getting tired of doing it? Is it travel? Is it working with your hands? Is it woodwork, metalwork, glasswork? Is it fighting? Is it magic? Whatever it is, that's why it's important to line yourself up with that flow. They're trying to distract you from aligning yourself into that flow, being in that flow. So I know this reading was a lot longer than I expected, but I was only going to do like a 30-minute reading, you know. But I had to come in here and I had to make sure I say what I had to say. So like I say, you know, whoever you are, that message was for you, okay? And Yeah, that's all I got. So for all of you who are new to the channel, thank you. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm not too thrilled about the whole YouTube thing. There's a lot of readers getting screwed out of the YouTube thing right now. So what I'm gonna do is I just perfect my craft. I just come in and drop a message or two, and that's it, right? So I can't say, although I do what I do, definitely find you a good reader and support them, especially at this time. I don't know what YouTube got going on, but matter of fact, I think I'm gonna pull on that right now. I think I'm gonna pull on that because YouTube has something going on where there's playing with people readings and stuff like that and messing up people's views and stuff like that. And my first initial idea, the first initial thing that I had that came across my mind was that YouTube is downsizing. They're getting ready. The vibe that I'm getting is that they're downsizing for some reason. It's like they're cutting back on costs. And so by them cutting back on costs, they are like trying to make employees, pretty much, you got a lot of employees who's really doing their job. And then they're trying to find a way to, not only cut corners with employees, but with demonetization of different, readers and stuff like that. So, but, I could be correct. Let's pull the cards and see what happens. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. So with YouTube here, you got the 9 of Wands out here. That's what I was saying. It has to do with some kind of defensive energy here. I'm thinking these readers are exposing YouTube, and it's like something like libel or something like that. It's really taking a toll on them. It's ruining, it's messing up their image. It has something to do with YouTube's image here. Okay. And I didn't believe it until I pulled this card, but it just gave me the vibe of them trying to defend themselves against people who speak out against the platform. Essentially is what I'm seeing here. You got the Temperance card out here in reverse, and you also have the 6 of Cups out here. Yeah, the vibe that I'm getting here, it has something to do about how it initially started in the beginning. Before YouTube was really, really popular like it was, they didn't have too many readers. They didn't have any readers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever this is, it's like it has something to do with like disrupting the balance of yeah. It's like somebody want things to go back to the way it was with YouTube. You see what I'm saying? That's the vibe that I'm getting. Somebody want things to go back to the way it was with YouTube. I'm not talking about like a reader or anything like that. I'm talking about the actual company. Because the vibe that I'm getting here, with this 9 of Wands, like I say, it has something to do with, the vibe that I get is that it has something to do with like some kind of money is the vibe I'm getting. I'm not saying they're going bankrupt, but I am saying like they're being really like, I can't say like defensive, but I can say like this has something to do with them like yeah, like it's just something about downsizing. Because you get a lot of companies where it's like you got a lot of internal things going wrong that they don't talk about. There's something hidden. It's something that they're trying to keep us from knowing about the company. And I'm not sure if it has something to do with the finances. Well, I just got a vibe that it does have something about the finances. But since the 2 of Pentacles didn't come out like it's supposed to, this gives me the vibe of them like trying to balance out some kind of decision that was made in the past. They made a decision in the past that they're trying to balance out. You got the Page of Swords out here. You got the Strength card out here. And you got the Judgment in reverse here. So the vibe that I'm getting with the Page of Swords out here, there's going to be some information that's going to come out, official official information is going to be released about what's going on with YouTube and why this monetary system is being all messed up and why a lot of the readers are being screwed out of their money. You know, even though, you know, I got a lot of, you know, that I got quite a few that I listen to, you know, and I fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to know what was going on with it, but Vibe, like I say, whatever it is, it's getting ready to come out. There's getting ready to come out. And then with the strength card out here, this just give me the vibe of like, they're trying to like save face or something like that. It's like, I don't want to say that they're trying to establish dominance, but this is giving me the vibe of somebody who has something to hide, but they don't quite want it to come out. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder, what does YouTube have to hide? I don't know. Maybe somebody has something to hide, but with the strength card out here, I don't know if they are like, it's in a balancing slot though. As it correlate to the 9 of Wands out here, this is basically they're just, I don't know. Are they just kind of like wanting us to cater to them or something like that? Maybe it has something to do with like the messages or something. Like maybe they want nicer messages. You know how society is. They don't want you to tell them. They want to know the truth, but they won't figure like it's how you tell us the truth, basically. It's not what you say, it's how you say it, you know? And with the Judgment card in reverse, this has to do with like some kind of bad karma or something like that. Yeah. They're trying to put an end to something it's something that they did. I wonder, is this like a lawsuit or something like that occurred? Something that didn't go in their favor? Maybe it was like some kind of information that was released like through a reader or something like that caused YouTube to get like some kind of lawsuit or something like that, some kind of legal trouble or something like that. And or either that or they're just trying to get it to go back to the way it was. Something about it be going back to the way that it was, you know. Yeah, right now that's what I was saying. Like with the Hangman out here in reverse, see how that feel? With the Hangman in reverse right here, it's like they're trying to dig themselves out of something. They're trying to dig themselves out of something. I don't know what it is. And you got the Devil card out here. So with them trying to dig themselves out of here with the Devil card out here, the plan here is pretty much trying to keep, I don't know if they're trying to like, something about some kind of contracts, excuse me. Something binding is what I'm seeing here. There's something about some kind of contract. They may be trying to negotiate the contracts all over again, or change the rules for the monetization. That's probably what they're trying to do. But before that, they're trying to like change it back to the way it was, but they can't, you know what I'm saying? And because there's no rules for what they're doing, or there's vague rules, the vibe that I'm getting here has something to do with like, yeah, they're trying to find some kind of legal binding way or something about legality. It has something to do with like some kind of legality. That's why I said I wonder if they got sued on the low. Because, you know, a lot of times companies get sued. Neither party could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Either that or there's some kind of business venture or move that's got to be made, right? Let's see what else we got here. We got the 6 of Pentacles out here in the water slot. Yeah, whatever this is this definitely like a power move. There's more information coming out, but the vibe that I'm getting is that they're just basically just trying to like exert their strength over people, their dominance. They're trying to like dominate. It has to do like a game of dominance or dominion or something like that. It's like at first they couldn't make any moves, but now they freed themselves up some kind of way, maybe with some kind of legality to do something that they wasn't able to do before. And as a result, it's going to be favorable because they know that everybody's heart is on the money. Everybody at the heart of the problem or the situation has something to do with money. The reality of the situation is the death card. Yeah, there's some internal changes going on with YouTube. There's some internal changes that's going on here. Like I said with that money card, it definitely gave me the vibe of them trying to like downsize or something like that. I'm not saying like completely downsize, but it's like there's some changes going on. Maybe a change in a pay scale, or you know what I'm saying? Something like that. It's like it has something to do with the money. They ain't doing this just for nothing about the views and all that other stuff. They ain't doing it just for nothing. It has something to do with like money and the rules and the regulations that they're changing. They're getting ready to change some shit. But after they change it, the vibe that I'm getting is like, if you were played, especially with like your views and stuff like that, people who got played with their views and stuff like that, God is gonna fix that some kind of way. He gonna balance it out. Let me see here. I'm gonna pull one more card for that. Yeah. God is already in the mix. He's planning something. God is in the mix of planning something. He has to, like right now, he has to allow this to go through. It has to do what it's got to do, right? It has to do, they have to go through everything that they have to go through, right? Because there's going to be some kind of like technicality or there's something like a loophole or technicality that's going to make everything right. It's going to make it right. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's going to make it right. Right? Because like I say, we are in the season of Daniel. And don't forget, in the season of Daniel, for those of you who don't know, Daniel was a God-fearing man, right? They couldn't find nothing wrong with Daniel. Just like with these readers out here, they couldn't find nothing wrong with y'all. So what did they do? They changed the rules. They had to change the rules. Because remember, our Daniel, and you may be going through this right here, you know, because there's a lot of people that's going through like being stalked, spiritually attacked and stuff like that. That's because, oh man, that's because we are in this, we are in this season of the spirit of Daniel. And basically what happened with Daniel was that he worked for somebody, and he was like a real hard worker, like all the other readers and stuff like that. All hard workers, work hard. You know what I'm saying? They was grinding. And somebody had a crush on him, which was his master's wife, who liked Daniel and wanted Daniel to sleep with her. But Daniel wouldn't do it. So she got upset. And she went out and she paid all these people. She paid all kind of investigators. It was 120 people total. 120 different people, officials and all this stuff. She did everything she could to get Daniel arrested and locked up. He was innocent. The only thing that they could come up with was changing the laws when it came to religion. That was it, because they checked his background. Everything in his life came up clean. You may be going through this right now. Somebody probably doing background checks and shit like that on you. Everything coming back clean. Now, in order to get you, they're going to try to change some kind of rules. When they change them rules, Daniel, he got arrested. And the very thing he used, the very thing that got him arrested is what saved his life. Yeah, it's the very thing he got arrested for is what saved his life, his devotion to God. You see what I'm saying? Because through his devotion, he was able to decipher the dreams, and he was given even better. Matter of fact, I believe Daniel, while he was in the prison, he was running the prison. He was in there running it. So basically, I say all this to say this. If you are going through some kind of adversity, somebody going out of their way to try to demonize you, break you down, whatever it may be, this person is setting you up for what God has in store for you. This person gets you locked up, you're going to be running a motherfucker. This person gets you fired, you're going to find something better. This person gets you, you know, turning people against you and all that other stuff. Your name is going to be in rooms that you never even believed. Everything that the enemy has used to try to break you down, tear you up, demonize you, put you in mental prisons, emotional prisons, spiritual prisons, physical prisons, is the very thing that you're going to use to run that motherfucker. If you feel spiritually trapped, you're going to be the best spiritual trapped motherfucker, because you're going to have all kind of downloads coming in. You're going to have all kind of downloads. Emotionally trapped, you're going to be able to master your emotions. And you physically, you know, mentally get trapped, you're going to be able to give you time to put things in perspective in your mental space. And you're going to come out mentally strong. Stronger than what you ever, and stronger than what you would, you know, if you hadn't been left alone. So like I say, whatever YouTube is doing, they're going to make you enough. Okay? Sometimes God has to break us to make us enough. Our God is a God of using a little to do a lot. That is the nature of God, taking a small amount to do a lot. So he may be taking from you now. YouTube may be taking this shit from you now. But this is for something bigger later. All right? For those of you who are my readers on YouTube, who are of the high, you know, of the light, you know, I'm just letting you know that the Most High God has a blessing to hold you off until you get there. He has something astounding for you until you get there. He gonna hold you off, okay? You're gonna be all right. But there's some technicalities and rules that has to be changed, especially with them, you know. So that's all I got. I rambled long enough. I'm gonna do a quick prayer. I know there's a lot of spiritual warfare, so I'm just gonna say that the Most High God, may he keep his wings of protection around you. May you abide in his shadow. May no weapon and evil eye formed against you prosper. No matter what part of this video that you tapped into, may the whole thing be covered by the blood, soul, and divinity of the Most High God. May your life be covered with the blood, soul, and divinity of the Most High God. And in the name of Jesus Christ, we put to flight every demonic energy, low vibrational energy that would detriment you from being the best possible version of yourself. You are enough. You will be enough. The Lord will take whatever small amount of anything that you have in your life and make it enough for you to be where you are, where you should be. Little bit of gas, he will make it enough. Little bit of money, he will make it enough. So long as you believe and have a mustard seed of faith, I pray that the Most High God make things enough in your life. Make you enough. Make things enough. That you may excel, thrive, and survive. You will flourish as the cedar trees in Lebanon, right? As I speak these things, these are not just spells, but prayers. That's what these are, prayers. And I'm praying for the highest white light, to the highest white light, the Most High God. Whatever it is that you've been praying over yourself, I plead the blood of Christ over it, that it may come into fruition in your life. Whatever you've been praying over yourself, if you are of the highest white light. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we pray, right? I love y'all all. Take it easy.